Good morning, everyone. Oh, I feel like it's been forever since I've been live on the Patreon, but I'm so happy to be back. And we are going to work on our August tutorial, which is the mermaid bubble photo. One thing I wanted to mention to you guys is that I started a new little adventure starting t-shirts and mugs in my Etsy shop. So if you want to go check that out, this is an example. Shoot, edit, caffeine, repeat. It's super cute. I love it. And there's mugs that also have the same saying on it. So go check those out and see if you like those. You do have a new 10 to 20% off in my shop, so go check that out. Alright, let's get started on this tutorial. Turn that off. Okay, so I have two photos here that I took in PEI when I was there visiting, and I took this one, but I forgot to take one with this backdrop of just the rock. So I have this one here. I'm going to use this rock to put into this sky. And then we also need to open up our little mermaid photos here. So let me just go and grab those in my Lightroom. Alright, our mermaid photo is, just trying to remember which one I used exactly. I believe it was this one. Yes, so we will put edit in Photoshop for this one. And I believe the rest of the stock is Pixel Squid. So we will go and look for those in our Pixel Squid. So let me just log into there so that I have them. Pixel Squid is an amazing program. If you want to go and check that out, they have this awesome little what's it called, like a plugin that you can put into your Photoshop, and you can directly drop stock images from it into your Photoshop. Okay, so I'm going to go to my light boxes. You can create your own light boxes on their website, and you can directly organize it into different projects that you have. So I believe I had a beach and mermaid project going on, so I've got all of these cool little fish and bubbles and all sorts of things. So you can check those out. This is the tail I'm going to be using for our mermaid. And yeah, it's exciting. Alright, so now that we got Pixel Squid open and our 3 photos that we're going to be merging. Oh, this one didn't want to open up. Let's try that again. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there's our mermaid. And first we have to bring this rock into this one and just kind of fix this background here. Let me just double check one more thing. There's got to be another one I took of the rock here. There's those ones. Because I just realized we're going to need something to kind of block her out. So the rock is not going to do that completely. So I just need to find... Okay, I think we'll have to do a few different things here. Let me just bring this in. That might work. I could have sworn I had some other images that But you know what? Why don't we try something different here? Let's see what it does. Since we have this new AI, I'm just going to bring this background down. I'm going to select her. Let's try this again. I want to get all of her feet. Now, with the AI, I'm going to... where did that button go? Okay, maybe if we... There we go. Let's just select our subject here. See how it selects her, if it does. And just trying to remember where to go for that. Let's try our content and where fill. So it did an okay job here. And I can clean up the rest with the other one. I was just wanting to see if it would work with I wanted to see if it would work with the AI, but it's not showing up. I'm just trying to remember where to go to get it. It's so new that I don't quite remember where to find it. Let me just look it up here. I wonder, let me just close that up for a second. I wonder if I have to open up my beta. It was in my Photoshop, but...
Mommy, I haven't had white tea yet. I have some white tea.
I'll get you some in a second, okay? Alright, so let's open up the beta and see if it works in that. I don't know. Doggos. Don't chew my table. Okay. Sorry, this dog. He wants his bone back. My other dog stole it from him. You want your bone back? Here you go. Here, take it.
I want my cheese.
Okay, 1 second. Well, I don't remember where to find the beta part in here. So... Maybe. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Never mind. Huh. Well, that's really weird. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to give up on this for now, because I can't find it. Alright, well, I'll just work with what I have here. So I'm actually going to merge this down. And then I'll just use my hatch tool. Okay, and then I'm going to be using the sand in the other image to fill in the rest of it. So I will bring that in to replace the rock. So we will go, let's do a select subject on this one. But I'm gonna grab a bit more of just the sand and stuff with my quick selection tool here. Okay, so I will drag and drop this into my other image here, just to clean up the background. And I'm going to turn this to a smart object, so I'll right click, convert to a smart object. I'm just going to lower the opacity on it, hit Control T to resize it so that it will match with this part here. Enter, bring that back up. And there's like way too much orange, or like, yeah, way too many of those lines. Oops. And then I'll just lower that opacity and blend it in around this rock here. Alright, so far that's our background. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in my model here. So we will again go to our properties panel. I just unlocked this layer. I'm going to hit select subject again. And then I'm going to go to my select and mask. Whoops. Sorry, I bombed you guys. There we go. We'll go to the select and mask here at the top. Actually, that mask looks pretty good.
Mommy, I want my teas.
Hey, just a second. It looks pretty good, so I'll just leave it, and we will drag and drop her into the photo. But we actually want her on top and unclipped, so it will release that clipping mask. Then we will convert her to a smart object. And I'm just going to go Control T to resize her so that she's in the right size. So you can imagine she'll be something like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put a layer mask on her and at 100% brush. And this is going to be a hard brush. Going to paint away this part. Okay. I still have some cleanup to do on that background. I still have some cleanup to do on the background. Okay, I just need to pause the live here for a second. I've got kids and dogs and just a bunch of craziness happening, so 1 sec. Okay. What did I say about the lives? What did I say? I said I needed some quiet for an hour. 1 hour. Sorry about that. Sometimes they need a reminder to be quiet while I'm working. It's going to be so much easier when school is back in session next week, so we'll have a quieter live then. So I'm going to just resume this one. I gotta fix this guy. Why is that turning that way? Okay. Hopefully that stays. Okay, so I have that part of my mermaid. Now I'm going to open up the Pixel Squid app and bring in that tail. So we'll put it on high resolution. We're going to turn the shadows off. And oops, I forgot to turn it. We need to kind of turn it in the direction and angle that our subject is at. So roughly like that. Let me just see if it needs to be a little more down. Too much. Maybe about like that. Okay, and then it's already a smart object, so we can hit Control T to resize it. And we're actually going to put this under our subject here. Oh, I made it way too big. Control T. Just size that down. something like that. I'm just going to resize. Actually, the mermaid tail needs to be a bit bigger. A little bigger. Okay, and then we're gonna just select our subject and the mermaid tail at the same time, hit Control T, and I'm just gonna move them over a bit here. So that tail is still not quite at the correct angle. So I'm just going to change that angle a little bit more. It's because we're looking down at her a little bit. So if I can just turn it just the slightest, I don't know if I can, to change that angle a bit. Did it change? I don't know if it changed. Okay, now there it goes. So let's see what it looks like here. Is that a better angle? Don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think it just needs to be, maybe I made her too big. So I'm just going to resize her a little. Right about there. Okay, and the other thing that you can do with the mermaid tail is, because I want the hips to line up a little better, we are going to go Edit and then Puppet Warp on the tail. And I'll grab my pen here. So I'm just going to, I like the way that is, and we'll put one here because I don't really want that to change. But I do want to just bring the hip up a bit. Maybe down slightly. Okay, maybe something like that. So that's lining up better, for sure. Okay. So our subject is too dark, I think, too contrasty. So we're gonna go brightness and contrast and clip that to her. And we're gonna bring the brightness down and the contrast way down. So maybe okay, that's better. And mermaid tail, we're gonna add color balance on it. We're gonna have a little bit more magenta. Oops, I forgot to clip it. A little more magenta, maybe a little more red. And then we also need to do a brightness and contrast on the tail as well. So I'm just creating that brightness and contrast layer and then clipping it to the tail alone. And the brightness needs to come down. Okay, something like that. So I believe I had cropped it to be a different size in the original, but yeah, we have the background to clean up. So I'm gonna clean that up. I'm just gonna get that quick, what's it called? The quick healing brush. That's what I'm looking for. The healing brush. My dog is bugging the kids. I might have to go and remove him. Okay, I think I got all of that bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna save this. And I'm gonna go kick my dog away from the kids. Not really kick him, but just like make sure he leaves them alone. Oreo, come here. Here, Oreo. Come here, go jump up. Go jump up, buddy. Good boy. This doesn't want to fix. Sorry, guys. Just trying to fix the angle here. Probably making you guys seasick. There we go. Okay, got my coffee fix. Let's keep going with this. I just remembered that I had a crown. I actually made the little top that she's wearing, and I also made a crown out of seashells. It didn't actually ever fit on her head, but I took pictures of it, and we are gonna Photoshop it in. Let me just figure out which one I used. I believe it was this one. Yes. Okay, so we will edit this one in Photoshop. Excuse me, Photoshop. Did that just open? I don't know. No, it did not. Okay, let's try again. Here we go. Oreo, come here. Oreo, come here. Here, Oreo. Come lay down. Come on, come get your bone. Come get your bone, Oreo. Oreo, come here. Leave the kids alone. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come get it. Jump up. Jump up. Right there. Up, up. It's okay, dude. Let him alone. Too many kids and dogs. Too many kids and dogs. There we go. Still not opening. Why? Why won't you open? Open. Here, let's try this. We don't need that anymore, and we don't need this one anymore. And we'll I've already saved this one. Why won't it open? I might have to restart my Lightroom. Okay, now a ton of them are gonna open up now, probably. Okay, here we go. So this is the crown I made out of seashells and stuff. Yeah, I made it out of clay, which was kind of probably a dumb way to do it. Now, if I did it, I would put it on a headband. A headband would work so much better. Okay, anyway, I will select this with my quick selection. I'm just gonna unlock the layer. Just quickly grab this. Now I'm just gonna do a real rough selection here of this. And then drag and drop it in, and I'll clean up the selection later. So we'll just grab this, bring it in. And we want it to be over our mermaid. Okay, so Control T. Oh, sorry, cancel that first. We want to actually convert it to a smart object. Now we will go Control T and resize it to fit her head. Turn it a little. And something like that. Looks good. Now again with this one, it's like too much contrast, so we're gonna make a brightness and contrast layer, and we'll create a clipping mask to that layer, and I'm just going to take the contrast down and actually brighten it up a little bit, because it's, yeah, the contrast was too much, but it was also a little too dark. So that's good right there. Okay, so we basically have our mermaid put together here. I'm just going to quickly rename some of my layers. I hate not knowing what layer is what. So this is the rock. Mermaid tail. I'm just going to change that to tail. Put mermaid. And this one is the crown. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm gonna crop it, because this is what I did at the original. I made it a 8x10 size, and I just kind of brought it over here. I thought about the rule of thirds, and putting your subject within either this corner, this corner, this corner, or this corner is going to create a more interesting like design, or kind of help tell the story along, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, it's just a good design, because sometimes having everything in the center is just too kind of boring, actually. It just makes it a little more interesting. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is I'm going to bring in the bubble and the fish and the water, and just like get all of the stock in, and then I can worry about making them all match. Alright, so let's bring those in. Those were all in here. So here's the bubble I used. So we'll bring that one in next. So we always want to change these pixel squids to high resolution and turn the shadows off. I like to paint my own shadows in. It just helps make it look more realistic because you want to match up the lighting. So if the lighting is different than the shadow that they put in Pixel Squid, it's not gonna look right. So I like to match them up. And plus this one's floating. We want it to look like it's floating, not like it's sitting in her hands. So make the bubble. I think I had it kind of like this, maybe a little smaller. And we'll hit enter there. And we'll bring underneath the bubble, we're gonna bring in that fish. I had a few different fishes in here. I think I liked the blue one. Yeah, this one. So high resolution, turn the shadows off. And go Control T on the little fish. Oh, you know what? I forgot to switch it around. So we want to actually change the perspective. So once we want it to be looking at her. Maybe like that. Okay, and we can also, when we hit Control T and resize him, I think I'm gonna just turn it so it's like looking upward a little bit more at her. So put the little fish in the bubble. I'm just gonna zoom in here. Okay, we want him to be looking up a little bit more. And maybe make him slightly bigger. We'll just hit enter. And the next thing we want to do is bring in the splashes. So we hit add new object. We want to add in water splashes. I'm pretty sure I had some splashes here. Yes. So again, turn those off. Resize these splashes. Kind of change the angle of it a bit. Okay, and add a new object. We're gonna add in this magical splash. How do I want to place it? Maybe like this. Okay. So I kind of want, I'm gonna probably add 2 of these. Yeah, we'll add 2. So I'll just copy it and I'm going to turn that top layer off for a second. And this one we're going to add the layer mask. And I'm just going to paint off some of it here. Because I like the way it's curving around like that. And then we'll turn this one on and resize it. And we actually want this to be behind the soap bubble. So we drag that down, put it behind the soap bubble, and we're gonna have this one coming like around it, up, okay? So then we will put the layer mask on there and paint off the bottom. Could probably keep some of it in behind, just lower the brush opacity here. Okay, that looks cool. We'll do one more of the splashes. There was this one here. And Control T, just resize it. Want a little more like water splashes up top here. Maybe something like that. There we go. So I'll just kind of bring this over here so you can see a bit better what I did with the water. Now what I want to do is put a bit of water inside the bubble, like she's got water in it for the fish. And oh, this thing doesn't want to stay up now all of a sudden. There we go. Alright, so now I need to find my water. I think that I got the water from Adobe. So let me just go find that. Actually, I think I've got it in a folder somewhere. So let me find that folder. So I've only got about 10 more minutes that I can go live today, unfortunately. Oh, my TikTok closed. Whoops. Consume. Sorry, I got like kicked out somehow. But yeah, I've only got about 10 more minutes that I can go live. Yeah, let's try to finish up what we can here. Alright, so I need to go to, I think, where did I have that? It's probably in this hard drive here. Okay, oh, I guess I didn't have it there. Okay, well, let's go into one of my other projects I had water in, and we'll just use that stock because I can't find the exact stock I used. So let's see what we have. Do I have water in here? I do have water in here, okay. Splashes. It's not quite what I want. Those are kind of cool, actually. So maybe those. So I've got a lot of like water overlays, which could work. That's not quite what I want. Well, we could try it. So let's try out the overlays and just see what it looks like. I'm just gonna drag it over here. I must have got these ones from either Etsy or so okay, these might not work. They're too white. Yeah. So never mind. Okay, let's find another piece of stock that I might have. Let's look into projects here. I recently redid one that had water in it. Okay, here we go. The Alice project had water in it, so let's look up those. Here we go. This is what we want. So, okay, drag this over. And let's see what it looks like on a different oops, not screen. Multiply. Multiply. That might work. Inside there, inside the bubble. Probably too dark, but we can maybe lower the opacity here. Just kind of... Uh-oh. Dog's after stuff again. He's after things again, baby. Oh, oh no. He ate my daughter's burger. Oh man, he's terrible. He's always getting up on that counter. I'm just like desensitized to it now. It's just like, oh yeah, he got another burger off the table. Okay, so I want to actually put this water one, where's the fish? I have it behind the bubble. So, this is the fish. Okay. Yeah, but we want, and what's this one? Okay. So that looks good. We could probably darken, now that the water is actually behind the bubble, we can maybe bring that opacity back up a bit. Something like that, maybe. Maybe. Okay, I'm actually going to bring the opacity down a bit and kind of, oh, too much. This is too hard. Bring this down to like 15, and I'm just gonna lighten this line here because I don't feel like it would be that pronounced, but maybe a little bit. Swap this here. Ah! So there's a little bit of water inside the bubble and all of that. Okay, I'm just gonna save this. And the last piece of stock that I'm gonna put in, and then I have to call it a day, but is the bubbles. I'm trying to remember if I got bubbles from where exactly. This one. Okay, so yeah, I had some bubbles. Now, it might have been from Pixel Squid. So I had, if I go back here, I had all of these bubbles. I can't remember if it was this or something else, but let's try this. So I'm gonna hit Control T, and I just made these bubbles like really big. Yeah, I don't think it was the Pixel Squid ones. Maybe it was. Yeah, it might have been these ones. The other option, it was maybe a brush from, I usually get my brushes from Brush Easy website. So let me just look at this. See, I do have bubbles. Maybe it was this. And about 100% size is big. And the color, I'm just gonna lower this a bit. Oh, I made it way too small. So, a brush is what I'm looking for. Make it pretty big. Yeah, it was probably the Brush Easy ones, so it doesn't look right. It probably was these, and you can move it around to find where you want it to be placed. I'll probably place it like that. And then because they're all in the foreground, I'm just gonna go blur and then a Gaussian blur on those bubbles. Maybe around 10. Let's do 15. Okay. And I'm just going to save this here, and I will be back probably on tomorrow. I'll probably be back tomorrow.
Wait, no, I want to say bye. I want to say
Okay.
bye too.
So that's where we got today.
That's me.
We'll finish it up tomorrow.
That's me.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm watching
Bye,
your live,
everyone.
Mommy. Okay. You can just tell me.
I'm trying. It's for
Maybe I'm logging
Roblox.
into Roblox.
Okay, I also have to stop this live.
So-
All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll finish this off together. So.